This is built like Byzantine classical church, even though it's actually built in the 20th century. I remind you, it was built in the 1930s and decorated in the 1990s. Okay? In Orthodox Church, there are rules. You can't do what you want. The church is cross-shaped, with this part of the cross being so holy that is not accessible for you. There is the altar with the holy bread. You remember, the bread is the flesh of Jesus. We just talked of it. That's why it's not accessible for us, only to the priest while the service. Okay? So it's being hidden by a veil, just like the Jewish temple used to be.
Right.
Okay, this is where it's taken from. And the Holy of Holies is behind the veil, just like in the Jewish temple. And the wooden structure that separates us between us and the altar is the iconostasis. And the iconostasis is decorated with icons. You need to understand something on icons. Icons is not just art. Icon have power in Orthodox eyes. Maybe it's very weird for those of us who are not Orthodox. In Orthodox eyes, you pray to the icon, you kiss it, you ask for things because the presence of God communicates through icons. Like these two, Peter and Paul, and 12 apostles. Like this icon of Mother Mary with the baby, you give presents too. You give your vows to the altar. Okay? Now, even the iconostasis is not free. It has rules, and here the rules are strict. Always, you see on the left, Jesus, and Mary on the left. Jesus. Okay? And in the other side, you see Mary holding baby Jesus. Mary holding baby Jesus, incarnated. Then, after going back to heaven, Jesus the King. Okay? Then, you always have Saint John the Baptist.
John.
In this side, and on the other side, what will you have?
Disciples.
The one saint that this church is devoted to. In this specific church, it's the 12 disciples. And you can see they're actually holding the church, this specific church you are in right now. You see it?
Yes.
Good. Then on the ceiling, you always see the Pentocrator. Yes, this is false. Sorry? This is
John the Baptist.
Okay. Then up there, you always have, above everything, is Jesus, the ruler of the world, Pentocrator. Because there are different Jesuses. You can do a piece of baby Jesus. You can do a piece of Jesus on the cross, Jesus resurrected, and Jesus, the King of the world, Pentocrator. This is what would be up on the mount. Because he's the ruler of the whole universe. And always some saints around him, sometimes the apostles, sometimes some prophet from the Old Testament that prophesies on him. When you go on the lower, you can see different things. First, you can see here different stories from the life of Jesus. And here, of course, it will be mostly the story that happened in the lake of Galilee, in the Sea of Galilee. You see like teaching from the boat, like healings that he has done here, talking to the first, what we were talking of, the miracles of fishing. Remember putting the net and having it full of fish? All of these miracles we know from here. Peter's mother-in-law. Then you see all the saints with haloes, different saints. You see the saints? Holier, so it's too holy for the saints. This is the most important scene, more than miracle, more than saint. Crucifixion, resurrection.